With more than 100,000 Russian troops stationed near Ukraine's borders, will Russia invade Ukraine? And what are the consequences of an invasion? In 2014, despite publicly denying Russian military intervention, Russia annexed Crimea. Evidence also showed Russian special forces operating alongside rebels in the war in Donbas. Just what does Russia want? Following the collapse of the Soviet Union, all of Russia's strategic gains and influence in the region suddenly evaporated. Despite Russia's opposition to NATO expansion, one by one, Eastern European nations joined NATO, bringing NATO forces closer and closer to Moscow. The security threat faced by Russia would be similar to the Cuban Missile Crisis when the Soviets deployed ballistic missiles in Cuba in response to American missiles in Italy and Turkey. Political reforms in neighboring post-Soviet states, especially realignment with the West, is seen as a security threat, as can be seen from the Russian-led military intervention in Kazakhstan. The Russian military is ranked second in the world, while Ukraine's military is ranked 22nd. The Russian military outnumbers Ukraine both in terms of personnel and equipment. The Russian military would dominate the air and then systematically destroy Ukrainian ground forces. Russian cyber and electronic warfare units would also blind, confuse, and demoralize Ukrainian forces, as seen in the war in Donbas. Moreover, Ukraine would be fighting a war on multiple fronts. If Russia's invasion of Ukraine were to go smoothly, Russia would still need to deal with issues arising from military occupation. As Ukraine has been preparing its civilians, Russian forces will constantly face guerrilla movements. Similar to the Soviet-Afghan War, the occupation of Ukraine would be costly for Russia. With rising tensions, the US has deployed additional troops to Eastern Europe. Military assistance have also been provided to Ukraine in the form of weapons, training, and intelligence. Formal military intervention from the US and NATO is not guaranteed since Ukraine is not a NATO member. Russia's invasion of Ukraine could push at least two other countries, Sweden and Finland, to join NATO. Russia's relations with Europe and US would be at its lowest. It goes without saying, an invasion would lead to economic sanctions. Projects such as the Nord Stream 2 pipeline would be affected. Russia is fully aware and has made preparations. In recent years, Russia has stockpiled currency reserves, reduced government spending, and replaced Western imports to make its economy more immune to sanctions. Russia has also made China its number one trading partner, knowing that China has its back in this conflict. Europe's economy also relies on Russian exports. Heavy economic sanctions on Russia could backfire affecting Europe's economy.
Конечно, потенциал объединенной организации НАТО и России несопоставим. Мы понимаем. Но мы также и понимаем, что Россия одна из ведущих ядерных держав. По некоторым компонентам по современности даже многих опережает.
Russia has threatened to deploy nukes. Although we are uncertain if Russia will actually deploy nukes, we can't rule out the possibility. One wrong move from either side and this conflict could easily spiral out of control. If you enjoyed my video, subscribing would really help me out.